Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Talk Ships and Nerfs and upgrades, buffs. And the thing is, before I gonna start this video, is that I don't quite like that Wargaming decide to buff a lot of premiums and Silver Tech 3 they leave it alone. So more or less same ship but way better in DPM, way better in range, way better in everything. And guys, this is a tier 8 British heavy cruiser. Now there is a premium versions coming soon, and her name is Cheshire. I do believe it has a less gun, but I believe it has the Goliath guns, big caliber guns, 234 millimeters, and so on. So guys, what is the buffs for this premium tier 8 heavy cruiser? Well, we're wearing design that, her DPM it's too small, and it was exactly this reload, and it was 13 seconds, which is not crazy good, not crazy bad, but how about let's make it even better. 11.5 where you may decide to buff only for the premium ones but not for the Silver Tech 3. So here's that I do have a problem. And then let's go to the main armament. You see the upgraded one, you have whopping 15.7, which is trash, which is bad for a tier 8. 15.7. It is kind of a normal if you think about the Atago and many other Japanese cruisers. They, and I believe also the Mogami have this range, 15.7. Howard Game decide, you know what, how about buff the range as well, 16.1. And this ship, it's the same, literally same everything, but premium one, they want you to purchase the damn ship, and that's the reason they buffed it. And not just that, guys, how about the concealment? Now once again, exactly those numbers I tell you, it's 12.4 for the Silver Tech 3, it was for the premium. How about to buff this even further to 11.9? Now for someone who does not know this number, 11.9, it will beat Mogami. And I believe, frankly, will be very close to Atago. So, which basically, with Concealment Expert, with every cam roll, I believe you'll get her down to whopping 9.3 kilometers. The new premium British heavy cruiser, which is absolutely broken in concealment. But guys, this Silver Tech 3 remains exactly those numbers. They won't buff, they only buff the premiums, so you have advantage. You are like pay to win, I understand. I'm not fan of that. It is a gap. If you buff what premium one and you have the same stats like the Silver Tech 3, you have to give some love to the regular Tech 3, otherwise we are not fools. We know that it's pay to win. You know what I mean? Let me know in a comment below. And something else, I was a little bit probably disappointed. Wargaming decided to nerf the tier 6 Swedish destroyer, or pan-European destroyer. You can call it what you call it. It's the Westeros, the tier 6 one. They nerfed the concealment from 6.86 to 7.6. And same thing with biplane from 2.9 to 2.99. Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. And I believe probably she was overpowered. I'm not saying too much. But guys, what I'm like to say is that once again, guys, voila, this is not something new. There is 2 tier 10 destroyer, one Silver Tech 3, the Holland. Didn't have be in touch because I believe Holland, it's unique playstyle. She's kind of strong in my honestly opinion. But then guys, it's the new premium Småland. So what's Wargaming decided to buff the premium version and leave the Silver Tech 3. You get the point. So literally she will have fewer torpedo than a Holland. On the other hand, she had radar, no smoke but radar. So we're going to decide, to increase the radar, and let me know in a comment below, from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. I do believe it's quite significant change because remember the tier 10 Swedish destroyer will reload in whopping 1.8 seconds those 4 guns. So yeah, 5 seconds more or less, it's a huge thing. I do believe it has US Black's range, 7.5 or something. But not just that, guys. How about we increasing the range of the main guns? And this is exactly what I just told you earlier. It is exactly Haaland's range, but the premium ones, why not make it better? And I'm not so fan of that, guys. From 10.4, which is very mediocre, even the freest land has better range, to 12.3. You see how mediocre it was. But for a Haaland, it still remains this 10.4. They buff it to 11.4, so 1 kilometers higher. I understand you can put advanced fire in training, and then you will maybe come up to this 12 point something kilometers. But it's depend of your game play style. But once again, guys, it's Mech. For the tier 9 and tier 10 Goliath and the tier 9 heavy cruiser, the Drake, they receive a half of a second faster reload time and reduced ricochet angle armor penetration from 65 degrees to 60 degrees in both of those two ships, tier 9 and tier 10. So that's all the buffs and all the nerfs. I personally believe, guys, that I understand why Wargaming buffs the premium and leave the Tech 3 alive, because do you want to have better ship? Well, you have to pay, of course. Let me know in a comment below. But overall, I would like to say that the tier 8 British heavy cruiser, it's kind of a strong, scary and very big caliber guns, and I have no idea what to say about her. She, with the new buff, I do believe she'll be pretty strong. That's my honest opinion. For the small land, the tier 10 Destroyer versus Haaland, I still believe that most of you guys won't even bother to purchase the maybe she will be the new steel ship or coal ship, or I have no idea what kind of a it's a tier 10 destroyer, for crying out loud. I believe still, guys, that remember, you trade better torps and more torps. You only have 8 torps with Småland and 10 torpedoes with Haaland, and you have one of the fastest torps in the game, so you lose in oomph torpedo power for the radar range. But remember, guys, you don't have smoke and radar like a kid, you know what I mean? So, and you're pretty big, large destroyer, and with not crazy good speed. I have no idea if the buff will be enough, guys, because most of the CC said that the premium one, it's kind of a garbage, to be honest with you. What the heck? Play with a destroyer which have the same speed, same maneuver, same concealment, but you know, slightly worse guns and worse torpedo. That's the biggest difference. You lose in 20% of torpedo power. So I don't believe Wargaming you buff them enough. Remember, it's a very unique playstyle and very hard to play a destroyer without smoke, guys, and especially if that destroyers have a top speed of 35. Just saying, good luck to disengage. Because some battleship you have hard to disengage. I mean, what the heck, if a Republic wants to charge you, or shall I say chase you, or Georgia wants to chase you, you cannot disengage. You know what I mean? Kind of weird, guys, that Wargame decide to give them such a mech speed. I know, and they are big. They are big as house, really big destroyer. It's not that you have hard to hit them. You have kind of an easy way to hit them, and they are good in their regard, that they are good turning radius and stuff like that. But once again, I feel they are big, wide, huge destroyer. It's not so they are tiny, small Japanese destroyer, which is impossible to hit. You know what I mean? So let me know, guys, in a comment below what I think about we buff premium, but we don't buff the silver Tech 3. Have a good one, guys. Take care and bye.